Maoists have announced temporary suspension of armed struggle, asking the government to declare ceasefire. The outlawed Communist Party of India, Maoist, in a purported statement, has announced a temporary suspension of its armed struggle to facilitate peace talks, but has asked the government to declare a one-month ceasefire and halt security operations to initiate this process. Ashutosh Mishra is getting in more details on that big story. Ashutosh, take us to the details. This is in fact from Chhattisgarh that you're reporting on. I think the government is also at this point in time verifying the authenticity of the statement.
Well, that's what the Home Minister of Chhattisgarh has said, that the veracity of this social media post that eventually appeared after 4 months of the date it was written, that it is being verified that Abhay, who is to be the spokesperson of this CPIM Maoist group, who purportedly a press statement signed by the top leader, which said the Central Committee member, they offered a ceasefire. In fact, asked the government to hold a ceasefire for a month eventually, and this comes in a wake of the massive action that we see in Chhattisgarh by the central forces. And remember, Baswa Raju, the CPI Maoist General Secretary, was also killed in the encounter. So clearly the massive operation that goes on, and in the wake of this letter comes up, it literally makes it extremely significant. And clearly when they announce a temporary suspension of armed struggle, they asked the government to declare a ceasefire, and because in a purported statement, he says that temporary suspension of his armed struggle to facilitate the peace talks. So clearly the Maoists at the moment want ceasefire. They also want the peace talks, but they also clearly also declaring that the ceasefire by the government and the central agencies, once it is announced, they also need to halt all the security operations, and then only can peace talk that begin. So, but at the moment, the Chhattisgarh government said they're verifying the authenticity of the statement, and as and when it is verified, clearly the state as well as center both together will take these decisions. And remember, Deputy Chief Minister Vijay Sharma, who also holds the whole home portfolio, has said that authenticity of the statement was being verified, and best way for the Maoists to surrender in their rehabilitation benefits. Clearly, there are schemes for the rehabilitation for the Maoists, those who are surrendering, but this makes extremely significant development.
I'm going to leave it that for the moment. Ashutosh Mishra getting asked those details. A significant development indeed. There should be ceasefire at least for a month is what Maoists are now suggesting. But of course, the government now trying to verify that statement that has been put out on social media.